what is going on with Forspoken and all the Twitter craziness and defending of the game and all that stuff? I got to talk about it. I got to get it off my chest. My name is Harrison. Welcome to the channel. I didn't plan on making this video today, but Twitter just gets me riled up. I think Twitter is just a cesspool of just utter nonsense and people not critically thinking about stuff, and they just with all social media platforms, people just state their opinions, like I'm doing on YouTube. So I mean, am I any different? Probably not. But just the comparisons I've seen with Forspoken um, have been kind of wild, and I don't get it. Well, I get it, but it's still very weird to me. So just put it out there. I have not played Forspoken. I don't have a PS5. I don't plan on playing Forspoken. Maybe down the line when I do get a PS5 and it's on sale. But I don't know. Whenever this game was first shown off, whenever Square first showed this game off, it looked rough. It did not look like a great game. It looked like the movement was like really jittery and wonky, and the dialogue from the very beginning always seemed so off to me. And I know it's a person from New York that's traveled back in time. I don't know the exact details of how it happened. I did watch OJ Player Essence's stream last night, and it was rough. The game looked really rough, but gets transported back in time. Obviously, she's gonna speak like she does, in real life, but and that's totally fine. But the dialogue is just weird. It just doesn't. It's kind of, I hate the word cringy because I think that word is overused these days, but it's a little cringy. Um, but my issue with not the game being bad. Like I thought that the game would be reviewed around in the Stixies because it just didn't look like it was going to be a great game. But of course, because and it's not really a true PlayStation exclusive. Like I think PlayStation has a 2-year deal on this game. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's eventually going to come to Xbox down the road here in a couple of years. But I don't understand why we're getting to this point in gaming where even bad PlayStation games, exclusive games, we cannot say a word about without people losing their ever loving minds about. I get it. Other games, Spider Man, Last of Us, all this stuff are amazing games, reviewed super well, and there's conversations to be had about those, and I think it's okay to have conversations. And people got mad. People were very divisive over The Last of Us Part Two. Um, and rightfully so. Some people just did not like the story of that, and I totally get it. But we can't even review a game anymore that's PlayStation exclusive and get it a bad score without the fanboys just getting riled up about it for no reason, defending this game. People were defending it when the reviews dropped the day before, and most people hadn't even played it outside of review copies and stuff. So people were already defending the game, and now people are comparing this game to High on Life, which is an Xbox exclusive, and that's where the line kind of draw. Like that's where the comparison stop. Like there's no comparison. I don't get it. I get why people are comparing it because they want to stir up this freaking console war garbage that no one can seem to let go and just enjoy gaming as a medium, and everyone just comes together and is happy. You might have your preferred platforms, and that's totally fine. But we can't have these conversations anymore without bringing up the other console, and people are mad because High on Life reviewed in like the 60s. Like I think it's like a 68 or 69 or something like that over on Metacritic. So it didn't score very well. So I don't get why people are so mad. People are saying that, oh, High on Life got bad reviews, but people really like the game, and now we can't say the same thing about Forspoken. Like that's not, no one's saying that. You know, a lot of people criticize High on Life because of not necessarily the gameplay. The gameplay was okay. Like it wasn't the greatest. I thought when I was talking about it on my podcast that it kind of felt like a 360 era type of game, which is totally fine. I thought the dialogue, the comedic aspects of the game were fine. I thought a lot of the reviews, to me, were a little overly harsh on the dialogue, and maybe that's where people are comparing it because it is a very high dialogue heavy game. And there were some the stuff that didn't land in High on Life, but there was a lot of aspects that did for me. I said that really weird, for me. So I thought the game was good. I think that's where reviews can be very good and reviews can be not so great. Like sometimes, in a game like High on Life where it's on Game Pass, you don't have to pay $70 to play a game and get that honest opinion for yourself. There's not that barrier to entry that Forspoken has. So, people, and I don't think High on Life would have sold that well or done that well without it being on Game Pass. So people saw the reviews. They saw that the dialogue was cringy and this and that, and too much and too much talking, blah blah. And then I was like, okay, that's a valid point. When I actually played the game, I was like, no, like a lot of these comedic aspects of the dialogue land for me, for the most part. Like I said, there's some that were not so great. So I just, it's not even like a true exclusive, and like it's okay for PlayStation to have an L, right? Like it's fine, and it's okay at some point. Like not every game is going to be critically acclaimed, and I think that's okay. You know, I think it's just a weird comparison to draw. It's an unneeded comparison. I get why there's comparing because it's an exclusive, an Xbox exclusive, and the dialogue thing. I get it, but like, why can't this game just not be that great, and we have to bring in other companies and other games into the mix? Like we just can't review it for what it is. If you get Forspoken, you like the demo. There's a demo for it, so like if you liked it, then just play the game. There's so many games that I play that are not critically acclaimed. Like I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball Z stuff. Like Xenoverse and Kakarot like aren't critically acclaimed games, but I really like them. And yeah, people are gonna, those games probably reviewed in like the 60s or 70s. And I took those reviews for what they're worth, but I also just bought the game because I'm a huge fan. So if you like, and obviously Forspoken's a brand new IP, so it's a little bit different in that circumstance. But if you like the game, just play the game. I'm tired. I'm so tired of the console wars and just people not able to criticize anything PlayStation exclusive. So that's my thought on it. If you guys think I'm wrong, or if you want to counter my opinion, that's fine. I'm totally willing to talk about it in the comments to a degree. I try not to post on Twitter and reply to Twitter craziness anymore, just because it's not worth the time. But this is my own channel, so of course I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. So let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you can, I'm sure we'll be talking about the Xbox stuff coming up here very shortly, and any awesome news or so-so news we get out of it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.